Hey there, YouTube. It's Petey Two Finger, and we had another delay. This time of year is when I will record some music and then upload that to my YouTube channel as a kind of an album, for lack of better terms. It's 10 songs that I record, usually around 10, and I had a little bit of an incident where I felt like there was something going on with my ear. So I went and took a look, and it was bleeding. There was a good amount of blood coming out of me. It was like at least 8 Q-tips were full of blood. So I was kind of scared. I started feeling dizzy and like lightheaded, like my stomach was nauseous. I did poke around at angles. I would take the Q-tip and push forward, push up, just to try to see, is there one area, like is there a sore in my ear? And there did seem to be that on the bottom. So I looked it up, and they're like, don't worry about it. Like when to go to see the doctor when your ear is bleeding. Like anytime my ear is bleeding, my inner ear, I'm going to the doctor. So I went today. It This was 3 days that I should have been working on this music, and I didn't. We had taken a day off to go to a family thing, and that was great. Really had a good time. And then that night, I have this little headphone amp that I built. It takes a couple of batteries, and then there's this circuit that boosts the music really loudly. So I was listening to these Skull Candy brand Hesh. Is what they're called. Hesh headphones. Look like this. They're closed back. These are the headphones that I use to track, meaning record all the tracks for this album, for lack of a better word. So yeah, I was listening to these closed back Hesh headphones. I had it cranked, and then I think it was the next day I felt something, and it was a lot of dried blood in there, and then a lot of not dried blood. So we went to see the doctor. I looked it up on the computer. My wife made an appointment, and it was like, don't worry about it. It's either a ruptured eardrum or an infection, or it's some really rare thing, 1 in a million type of cancer or something. So I was like, okay, don't worry about it. But my stomach was still nauseous, and I was still like kind of dizzy, and I could feel that something was in there, like an open sore. Anyway, went to the doctor today, and she said it's an infection, and that I really don't have anything to worry about. I've got some ear drops to put in there. Although it like today, it feels like something's up. Like my ear popped a couple times. So yeah, I'm guessing if it's an infection, I am going to feel some side effects. So I'm going to be utilizing this medicine, and hopefully, depending on what goes on tomorrow, meaning if the buffaloes that live upstairs are roaming, or like the other day, there was so much snow plow and shoveling and beeping. It was like if I was mixing, this would really be intrusive. So again, had an issue with my ear. It was bleeding. We got medicine. I'm going to be healing up. I'm going to be getting at these mixes. Hopefully tomorrow. It depends on how I feel. If my ears like kind of feels like it's half full of water and it's super cold. It's like 2 degrees here in Chicago. So I can't make any promises as far as jumping back into the process of doing this music. I want to. I really do want to. But also, if something's kind of not right, I'm going to want to sit here and watch YouTube videos to pass my time. That's kind of what I'm going to want to do. So, thank you for being with me here on this one. I know it's weird talking about health issues, but at the same time, it's really not an excuse. There's no way I'm going to be mixing, which requires 2 good ears. It was weird. A lot of times I have ringing in this right ear, which when I used to play with a drummer, I would stand to the drummer's right. So that would mean that this ear would be right by the ride cymbal. And I would think that would mean that this would be the ear that would be the ringing, have the tinnitus. But no, it's this one. So that's confusing. And what was more confusing was when this issue with my ear bleeding, my ear wasn't ringing at all. It was perfect. And now it's ringing again. It's weird because I removed black, dried blood, and then blood and some matter and got it all out of there. And then I had no ringing in my ear. And now it's kind of back. Now it's like, so I'm going to be using the medicine. Hopefully, I get back to mixing. I don't know when that's going to happen. If I say tomorrow, then tomorrow's going to come. There'll be a snowstorm. The buffaloes that live upstairs will be running around. So, I've been watching Bill Bruford's YouTube channel. I made a comment on there, and I misspelled his name. I called him Brimford or something. And I said, Bill Brimford, pounding on those drums. Pretty good. Keep at it. Because he retired. I thought it was funny. It was very reminiscent. I guess my only joke now is channeling Dr. Steve Brule. So yeah, I've been checking out Bruford. I'm going to be trying to stay warm. It's absolutely freezing cold in here in Chicago. I did hit some resale stores today. I got these batteries which I'm charging up. I had to reskin some of them. I got this nice. It's a card reader that has that massive one. It's also got an SD, a Pro Duo, which is Sony's proprietary thing. But yeah, like I said, I was listening to this new one on this amplifier here. It runs on a couple of those batteries that are in the charger. This amp is it's pretty loud. It sounds really good. It's a Max 4410, and I was listening through. These are the headphones that I had tracked it on and then done the rough mixes. So I was cranking it and with those closed backs on, and then the next day my ear is bleeding, blood coming out of my ear. I thought, well, if that isn't a Spinal Tap moment for you, nothing is. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It's another one of the massive, not really good excuses for why this project is running late. But I think you're going to like it. So please join me. And as always, stay warm, hug your pets, and peace.